Well, pardon me, I didn't mean to start this that way. Hi, it's Saturday afternoon, and it is so hot here. It's in the 90s, and it's too hot for me. I don't enjoy it. Not even thinner, I don't enjoy it. I don't like being hot. I've done my time in the desert. And I'm not talking about my people. I'm not Jewish. I mean, I have done my time in the deserts. And I don't like heat like this. So I'm sitting here now debating about whether or not today is going to be the day that the air conditioning gets turned on. I guess we'll see. So anyway, I thought while I was hiding out in here from the heat, I might make a video about some of these things I've written notes about. So let's get to it, shall we? So I just want to talk a little bit about being realistic and what might be realistic. And really what I want to talk about is what you're telling yourself, what you're buying into, what you're believing, what you're putting out there. Because I am a big believer in the power of our thoughts and our words, and I think more people need to be way more aware. So here's what I've been hearing. Weigh-in updates. And it just doesn't really seem to matter which surgery a person's had or whether they've had surgery at all. But if I've heard it once, I've heard it a dozen times. Well, so long as I don't gain, I'll be fine. Everything's fine. And I just want to point out to all of you who say that you are setting yourself up for complete and total failure and disappointment, or at least the sensations of such. You have to think about what you are saying. Every time I hear that, I just want to do the shaking baby thing. That's unrealistic. As a living, breathing organism, it's unrealistic to think that you are going to get through anything in life without ever gaining weight. Okay? Seriously, calm down. Back into reality with the rest of us. It's not going to work that way for you. Just as on a general human physical level, just because you've had weight loss surgery does not exempt you from gaining. And just because you gain doesn't mean you've done a damn thing wrong. But my concern with how this is being posed is you are speaking from your mouth out into existence and right back into your mind. Everything is fine. I will be fine so long as I don't gain. And I'm here to tell you that you're not fine with that attitude, because what happens at that weigh-in where you do gain a pound or 2 or 3 or hey, 10 in my case, what then? You're not okay. Then you are reduced to sniveling and whining and being depressed and making videos as such and being at home and sniveling and whining and being depressed. And you're on and off the scale, and it sets you all up for this because you've told yourself that so long as you don't gain, you're fine. And so when you gain, you can't keep it together. Some will argue, oh, well, I just say that. You know, I don't really mean it. Well, quit saying it that way. I believe we speak what we believe. What's going on in our mind comes out. Okay? And unless you are a person who has trained yourself to really get your thoughts in check, you spew exactly what you believe and what you think. And when I hear from all of y'all, and not all of you, as in every single one of you in the weight loss community, but you know who you are, when I hear come across your lips, I'm going to be fine, or everything's going to be fine so long as I don't gain, and you put that stipulation on there, you are still setting yourself up for failure. And that's not okay. It's not okay. That's something that you believe inside of you. And you're putting it out there for everybody to hear, and you're taking it back in and you're re-cementing it. You're telling yourself a story. You're telling yourself that you're okay so long as you don't gain. And when you do, you're not okay anymore. We have to be careful about the things that we say. We have to be careful about the things that we put out there and what we take back in. I sincerely and truly believe that I have been successful as a human being and on my weight loss journey, as a mother, as a sister, daughter, friend, whatever you want to call it, because I am in check with my thoughts. I'm careful about what I say and what I put out there and what I buy into, and it has not been easy getting to that point. Because, oh my God, I had some awful negative rhetorics and stories going on in my mind. That got there from everything from just my environment that I grew up in to, life experiences and whatever. But I recognize bad thoughts now. I recognize them immediately, and I take pretty good inventory of what I'm thinking and what I'm telling myself and what I'm putting out there. And I believe in the power of speaking things, and I speak a lot of things. It's one of the reasons I do these videos. If it's for anybody, it's for me. Because when I hear myself talk and I take it back in, it allows me to think about where I'm at. Do I believe that? Am I still there? Is that still applicable to me? I'm a thinker. I believe so strongly in the power of thought and being. That's why I don't worry about medical things. I literally tell my body to heal itself, and it truly does. Now, I've been deathly ill. I've had some serious issues and things like that. But things like this iron stuff, things like broken parts, stuff like that, my focus is on me. What am I believing? Am I believing that my body is never going to produce blood or normal blood cells again? Absolutely not. I have no reason to believe that whatsoever. The core of who I am believes 100% that once I go through this treatment that my body's going to respond and I'm going to be fine. Just like I believed when I had the surgery that my body was going to respond and I was going to be fine. And I have been. And it has been relatively stress-free as far as the lap band and the weight loss goes. But I'm realistic. I knew I was going to gain and I accepted it. I also didn't get depressed and whiny about only losing a half a pound or a pound. Do you know how ecstatic I was to lose a half a pound or a pound? Oh my hell. Seriously, it was a loss. It's all good. There's a war going on. There's people dying. I am not going to be upset and depressed and sad and full of myself because I only lost a half a pound or a pound. And wasting time and energy
being upset at any loss. I fail to be able to get that. My brain literally wants to get out of my head because it makes no logical sense to me at all. We just have to be really careful about what we tell ourselves, because you are going to gain. You need to get hold of that truth. You need to be realistic. You really do. You need to know that right after band surgery, you are not going to be the losing queen of the world. Okay, it's going to take a while. Fills do not get good, and as a general rule, until the third or fourth one. You're going to be able to eat. You might even gain some weight. That's your reality. That's the truth. And that's what you have to accept to be okay with the journey. To be okay with when you gain a pound or 2 or 3 or 10. To be okay with the half-pound loss every once in a while. You have to accept the truth. Otherwise, it is going to be a struggle. It is. You're going to be sad and depressed, and you're going to wallow in it. And I'm sorry, I've been a fat person just like the rest of you, and I spent enough fucking time wallowing in it. And maybe even more than losing the weight, I just wanted out of that fucking mindset. And I'll tell you, the band has afforded me that. I am not the same person that I was a year ago. And I refuse to set myself up by saying something like, I'll be okay so long as. No, I'm going to be okay, period. I am going to be okay, period. And so can you. So, I know, I've ranted. I'm very passionate about this. I just think there's just so much power in that, and if you could just understand that and move into that freedom and take that leap of faith, you just have no idea how freeing it can be on the other side. And being aware of your thought processes and the things you're telling yourself and the things that you're buying into, and starting the course of telling yourself a different story. Every time those thoughts coming up, telling yourself something else, believing a new story, building a new story. You know, this is your life, your journey. Positive or negative, it's a kind of up to you at this point. You're the adult, you're the grown-up. Just be careful. I want everybody to experience such great success, and I hate when I see people setting their own stumbling blocks in front of them, because God knows the world is going to lay enough down in front of you. So anyway, I hope that you all know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm offering and hoping that you are all experiencing great success, and that you continue to experience that success. Have a beautiful weekend. I will talk to you all later.